And good Sunday, late Sunday evening, everybody. GMoney, we're talking Pokemon Go to start. Everyone loves it. And since you hate something that everybody loves, tell me something bad about Pokemon Go.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of Asians play this game, so I would refrain from giving you my opinion at this point. And I right now I
Okay,
just can't take it.
that's a little bit racist. You're saying all Asians play Pokemon Go because they're nerds. That's what you're saying.
I will refrain from saying anything
I'm
bad
going to
about
cut you
Pokemon
out
Go
before you get in trouble. Let's
at
run the
this
fast
point.
break. And good Sunday. I think I just said it before, but good Sunday, late Sunday evening, everybody. Master Wu here running the fast break with GMoney. We call him GMoney because he's an accountant. GMoney, how you doing on this late Sunday evening?
I'm doing fairly well. It's a late Sunday show, not exactly a regular schedule program, but we wanted to get a show in today, so here we are.
Let's get to our first topic, GMoney. You cannot go anywhere without hearing two words.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Go. I want to throw some facts your way, GMoney. Pokemon Go, ever since that came out, I think it was July 6th, Nintendo stock has almost doubled from $17.63 to $33.38. We have people like yourself saying it is nerds, it is Asians that are playing Pokemon Go. No, you are incorrect. Even John Mayer Instagrammed a photo of him spending real money to buy more Pokecoins or Pokeballs. I'm not sure because honestly, I don't play. Some other facts, GMoney. Pokemon Go already has more daily active users than Twitter. I think according to TechCrunch, Pokemon Go has a higher engagement than Facebook. And GMoney, I think this is a very good thing. You have articles that I'm reading. People are with anxiety or depression issues. This is actually getting them out of the house. People are exploring their neighborhoods. People are walking out and about in their communities more than once a week, more than just for work. They are meeting people that they wouldn't otherwise meet. And I don't know if you saw the video of Central Park, just pure madness. It looked like people were trying to evacuate from some sort of hurricane. Everyone's stopping by Central Park to capture some rare Pokemon. What are your views on this Pokemon Go craze while it's still lasting?
I want to let our viewers know right off the bat that I like to, see the good and bad in everything. So I see all the good points that you made, which you have all the stats there. I don't need to repeat them. I mean, it's getting a lot of...
Did you even understand it, or did it just go...
I tuned them out, to be honest with you, because those stats, I understand it's a very popular game. It's a phenomenon. It's sweeping the nation, as they would say. But on the negative side, we always got to talk about the negatives of this, is that there are a lot of accidents caused by this game. Now, I understand that if you have anxiety or something like that, and you go out and you meet people, that's great and all that. But what caused that anxiety to begin with? Would it be the fact that people are on their phones 24/7? That's why there's not any human interaction. That's what causes that anxiety to begin with. Now this game causes you to look at your phone 24/7, right? Is that correct?
Well,
So,
not 24/7. Only when
a
you
lot of
play
people, a lot of people now that, especially kids right now, they're out for they have no school. High school kids, college students are out for the summer. They're on their phone 24/7 for the whole summer, and it's just a crazy phenomenon right now where accidents have been caused. Right, you got drivers causing accidents because they're on their phone trying to capture a Pokemon. You got stampede of people, like you said, like you mentioned in Central Park. I saw that video where people are just trampling over each other trying to capture a Pokemon. Now, is this the world we live in right now? Do we really want to encourage more kids to have their heads down, not paying attention while they're walking, going in the street, not paying attention to traffic lights. I mean, trying to capture a imaginary creature in a game. Should we be encouraging this?
Well,
I think this is ridiculous.
Look at it this way. This is a game where you have to get up and do something. How often do we say we have an obesity problem in America? People are attached to their screens, their tablets, their TVs. No one's getting out enough. This is a game that rewards physical movement.
They're
walking,
still
running, traveling.
They're still on their phones. They're still using their phones. They still have their heads down while walking, not paying attention to the person in front of you.
That would happen without Pokemon Go. That's happened long before Pokemon
Right, but
Go.
this is happening even more frequently right now because of Pokemon Go.
I just don't understand. Especially, I've seen people now. I understand there are people that are upset because Pokemon Go has put some Pokemons in locations that are sensitive. I think people should know better than to go to the 9/11 museum. They should know better than to try to walk into cemeteries and police departments.
But they don't. But that's the point. They don't.
I think the media.
People don't have common sense these days, especially kids. All right, let's be honest with it.
The media reports these things that people go into the wrong spots, but I think the vast majority of players don't do it. And we live in such a divided world, GMoney, from politics to everything we're seeing. The senseless murders in Baton Rouge that happened today. We live in such a divided world. And Pokemon Go is the one thing that I see right now that brings together people from different ages. It doesn't matter what your race is. It brings together people from different socioeconomic classes. All these people from different backgrounds coming together, harmoniously walking the streets, getting together because of one common goal, to make sure their cell phones have power so they can catch as much Pokemon as possible. And I think no matter what it is, unless it's something crazy illegal, if something like that can bring together all sorts of different people, you know what? Good for them. And if someone has a problem with it, get over it. Don't download it yourself. But why try to rain on everyone else's parade? Do you see this picture, GMoney? That is a picture from Fall River Police out in Massachusetts. A police officer with some people in the neighborhood checking out Pokemon Go. Now, after this, I'm sure they're going to have more respect and more understanding for each other than they would have had otherwise. And without Pokemon Go, I'm pretty sure these guys would not have ever interacted on their own. At least not in any.
Don't you think that's a kind of sad? That's a kind of sad statement right there.
I think it's beautiful see, here's the difference. I see that picture and I say, you know what? Good for everyone involved. Good for the app.
Yes.
I think that's a beautiful thing. You look at that thing and you say, this is sad. This is sad that this is what it takes for us to get to that point.
I'm not looking at the picture and saying it's sad. I'm looking at the fact that it takes some sort of excuse for them to come together. That's what I'm saying is sad. I have no problem with them interacting because of this game. But I find that it's sad that it takes this game for them to interact.
I do wonder about the longevity. Last thing on this, how long do you think this is going to last before people start giving it up or you stop?
I think Pokemon was pretty popular back in the day, so this could have some long legs.
All right, so we're moving on to our next topic, and you know what that is. Let's roll the video.
York is in the house, Brooklyn in the house, Uptown in the house, Shaolin in the house.
We have to talk real quick for our Jeremy Lin viewers who have come back. They did not like some of what you have had to say. Any quick response before we move on to the latest Jeremy Lin news in terms of his new teammates?
Well, I have been told not to respond to any haters, so I'm going to leave it alone. But I do want to talk about some of Jeremy Lin's teammates that the Brooklyn Nets have signed.
The New Jersey. Why do I keep saying that? The Brooklyn.
This is the fact that we have no respect. So
all the Brooklyn Nets
fans, all the Jeremy Lin fans, we got to rise up to this.
The Brooklyn Nets. Okay, now you're all Jeremy Lin. Anyway, the Brooklyn Nets have signed a guy who last year averaged 1.5 points more than I did. He averaged 1.2 rebounds more than I did. We both had the same number of blocks. He played a few more minutes than I did. former #1 overall pick. And if he doesn't turn around soon, he might be the biggest first overall pick bust of all time. Anthony Bennett, your thoughts?
I like the signing. I think the Nets gave him a minimum contract. No. I think the Nets right now are clearly, their
If
backs
you're assembling an NBDL team, I would say yes, tremendous.
Yeah, their backs are against the wall right now. I mean, Alan Crabb, they tried to sign him to a multi-year contract, but it was matched by
$75 million for a guy who averaged 11 points a game. Somehow he didn't even. Somehow
Portland re-signed him. So there's nothing the Nets could do about that. They also went after who's the other guy? Tyler Johnson. Yes,
Tyler Johnson, whose resume is shorter than Linsanity. Brooklyn tried to throw 4 years, $50 million at him.
No, but Miami clearly valued him a lot, so they re-signed him. So the Brooklyn's their backs are against the wall. So they made some, signings that, might not be popular, starting with Anthony Bennett. I think Anthony Bennett, they gave him a 2-year contract for the minimum amount. So I'm excited to see what he can do. I think Anthony Bennett was a good signing. I have no problem with that because it's low risk right now. The Brooklyn Nets are just assembling a team that has character, that's young, that's ready for the future. So they're not going to make the playoffs next year anyway.
I don't even think they'll win. Will they even win 25 games?
I think they'll win the same number of games that they won last year, which was less than 20 or around 20. I wasn't sure, but I mean, they're not going to get any better than they were last year. So let's be honest with that. But Jeremy Lin does have somebody that he can, does have some teammates other than Brook Lopez. So the Nets signed some other people that I want to get into. They did sign Justin Hamilton. That was also, it was a multi-year deal, but it was, I think they see some potential in him.
The name rings a bell, but I don't have any idea what he can do.
I'm not sure either, but I think we're about to find out. He might get some minutes, a lot of minutes with the Nets. Grievous Vasquez, you've heard of that name, haven't you?
I liked him in Maryland. He was okay with the Raptors for a little bit, but I mean, ugh.
Yeah, he's not that young, but he can be serviceable as a backup point guard to Jeremy Lin, right? So he signed I believe that was like a 1-year deal. And then Luis Scola, do you remember him?
I like Luis Scola. I think Luis Scola could help get Jeremy Lin maybe 2 assists a game on those pick and roll, pick and pops. He can hit some of those mid-range jumpers.
So he's a backup power forward, or I don't know if he can play center or not, but he's definitely a backup forward. And then Randy Foye, you've heard him bounce around the leagues a long time from New York. He's originally from New York.
Well, Randy Foye was actually on the same college team as Villanova as Kyle Lowry, and he was the guy who was supposed to maybe be the next Chauncey Billups. He was picked in the lottery while Kyle Lowry was a late first-round pick, and somehow Kyle Lowry has sort of become the man in the NBA now, and Randy Foye can barely hang on to a starting spot. I think he comes off he's pretty much a bench player now.
Yeah, but that's his role. So he's used to becoming a bench player. He's going to be coming off the bench with the Nets as well. So I mean, these signings aren't exactly splashes, but the Nets have to fill out their roster somehow. They want to go with young, they want to go with experience, that combination, a veteran presence. So let's see what happens. Hopefully, they'll win more than 20 games, and they can build off of this year, off the next year, and into the future. Because obviously, they can't build through the draft because they don't have many draft picks. I'm optimistic that the Nets can go into the future. Their future is bright.
This could be the worst team in the NBA next year.
No, I think Philadelphia has that spot.
No, not with the rookies they got, with the talented rookies, Ben Simmons.
You're forgetting the Nets. You're forgetting the Nets are rookie talent also. They do have some rookies, even though
Joel Embiid, Nerlens Noel, Jahlil Okafor is still there. I mean,
Karis LeVert was their first-round pick this year, who they traded Thaddeus Young for. Now, Karis LeVert, people have been saying that he's a lottery talent, but he's just been hurt, so that's why he dropped to 20th in the pick. So I have high hopes for that guy. Hopefully, he can, show people what he can do. So I mean, the Nets are what the Nets are. So hopefully they can go into next season with a positive mindset, with a brand new team, brand new coach, brand new GM, a fresh start for Jeremy Lin. I think Jeremy Lin's career in Brooklyn will I think he will flourish in his role as a starting point guard.
Well, while he flourishes, I don't know how happy he's going to be if there's just so much losing going on, even if he gets his numbers.
Would Jeremy Lin rather lose and play, or play and not lose and win, or not play and have the team win?
I don't really know. If he can be a 6-man on a championship contender over a starter on a 500 team, I think he would do that.
But he's used to being a 6-man. So now he can actually show what he can do. Being a 6-man off the bench, he can't really show what he can do. So now that he's a starter playing with other starters,
when you say he's playing with other starters, you mean he's basically playing with one other starter?
Well, not with the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not on the Brooklyn Nets team. I'm talking about playing against other starters on other teams.
I think this is. I had high hopes, but I think this is going to be a very tough year mentally for Jeremy Lin.
Would you have been more comfortable if the Nets signed Alan Crabb or Tyler Johnson? I mean, you wouldn't have been more comfortable with that.
No,
what could the Nets do that made you more comfortable with Jeremy Lin?
I thought those were I thought that was like plan C already. But when you have to go to plan D and plan E, that's pretty bad.
Which is plan B? I mean, which is plan C?
I think plan B was like the Alan Crabb, Tyler Johnson type players.
No, well, you have to have a plan A. That was plan A.
This
is plan B.
That's like saying my plan is to score 65 to pass the test that I have to score 65 on. That's my plan A. No, your plan A should be to score 100. Your plan C should be to get 65.
Without any draft picks, how can your plan A be that great to begin with? You don't. Your options are limited.
I think that maybe you could have got more for Thaddeus Young. Maybe you could have got some legit player.
Karis LeVert is a legit player. He's just been hurt. That's why he dropped to 20th. He's a lottery pick. He's a lottery potential.
All right, GMoney. The Nets, I don't think they're going anywhere, but we'll keep our Jeremy Lin diehard Brooklyn Net viewers updated as it goes.
And viewers, keep updated on this, because I'm gonna have a Jeremy Lin poster up very soon. Well, once he has one with the Brooklyn Nets.
A week after calling him a below average point guard.
I didn't call him a below average. I called him an average backup point guard. That's what I meant. If I call him below average, I apologize.
Well, guess what? Then you're proving the skeptics right. They did bring you here just for marketing, and you'll be proving it next week.
Well, hopefully. Well, I'm not going to respond to any of the comments, so I'll
yes, we do read all the comments. There's probably just 2 of them, so leave your comment below. Subscribe. We read all the comments because there's only like 2 usually. Anyway, all right. By the way, GMoney, I had some Korean fried chicken for the first time in town today.
How was it?
You know what? It was by the standards I was looking forward to. It was definitely at or above those standards. I mean, look, I like the banchan. I've always been a fan of the banchan. There's none around here. But I got to say, I was pretty impressed. I ordered 10 wings. I didn't finish it all. I'm probably going to put 2 in the oven right about after this and probably finish it off.
Well, I'm glad you're getting acclimated to your new environment.
Yeah, I just have to make sure I don't, tell Stefan.
Obviously, you're still thinking of Houston because you still got that stupid hat on.
What are you talking about? I like the look of it. They gave it to me for free. I'll wear it. And, I put on a shirt and I was like, oh, this shirt's orange. Might as well just wear this hat instead of the other hat.
Next time the Carolina Panthers give you something for free, you're going to wear that too. It's about loyalty. Where is your loyalty to your one team? The New York Yankees. Where is that loyalty? You're from New York. You like the Yankees. Why don't you just wear something with the Yankees? Why do you have to wear something?
The Yankee game on right now. I got the Yankee game on right now.
Yeah, but you're wearing something that's not Yankee. You're not wearing the Yankee colors because somebody gave it to you for free. Doesn't mean you have to wear it.
Well, how many people out there wear a Yankees cap not because they're a Yankee fan, but because it's a fashion statement?
What's so fashion statement about a Yankee cap?
People like the way it looks, and they wear it because it looks good. They don't care about the Yankees.
I think, yeah, but I'm just saying
That's
that.
what Jay-Z said. I make a Yankee cap more famous than a Yankee can.
Yeah, I made that Yankee hat more famous than a Yankee cap.
Have you forgotten?
But all I'm saying is you just have to be loyal to one team. All right, you can wear a Yankee cap, just don't wear a cap of another team. That's all.
Look, this cap, I love this. This cap, I think that I like the way it looks. I'm gonna wear it.
You wouldn't see me caught dead in a New York Knicks uniform.
You got a Knicks
Guaranteed.
poster right behind you.
What are you talking about? We don't. Is that visible? You got to edit this out. By the way,
What a hypocrite!
you got to edit this out. By the way,
You ruined for the you ruined for the Brooklyn Nets.
That's a New York. No. That's a New York Rangers. That's a New York Rangers.
You got a Knicks. You got a Knicks.
That's a New York Rangers logo behind me.
On the right, there's clearly a Knicks paraphernalia.
That's a New York Rangers logo right there.
I'm talking about over the other shoulder.
On my left shoulder, over my left shoulder, that's clearly a New York Rangers logo.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay. Now, please, fans, I want you to leave comments about how GMoney, the accountant, is just a hypocrite, calling me out for rooting for multiple teams when he claims to be a Brooklyn Nets fan. And there's clearly a New York Knicks paraphernalia in the back, and now he wants to move over to block it. And watch, he's gonna buy a Jeremy Lin poster. And guys, I'm telling you, he's never had one nice thing to say about Jeremy Lin as long as
It's not about Jeremy Lin.
And now you're gonna put your Jeremy Lin poster right over that. Where are you gonna put that poster? Right over the New York Knicks thing?
There's no New York Knicks thing. It's the New York Rangers. You can clearly see it.
Yeah, I see it when you move. I see the New York Knicks little poster.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now that viewers, you gotta believe me. That's not a New York Knicks. That you can clearly see that's a New York Rangers. I don't know what Master Wu was talking about right now.
By the way, I think I'm just going to go by my real. Master Wu only came up because in one of these summer school things there was another Robert Wu, so we wanted to be able to differentiate each other. And Master P was popular at the time.
Are you changing your nickname right here on the air?
I think I should just go by Rob Wu or Wu. A lot of people still call me.
You have to have some kind of nickname. Rob Dog. What about that?
No, that's ridiculous. That was the other guy.
Well, I think you've been going with Master Wu for a long time now. So
yeah, because it kind of stuck, and Wu-Tang's still up there too. I still get a lot of Wu-Tang or Robbie Wu-Tang.
All right, I think we're running a little bit long right now.
All right, we're gonna be signing off. Thank you for running with us in the fast break. Parting words, GMoney.
Go Jeremy Lin.
Hypocrite. We'll catch you later.
See ya.